Rain poured across the city like silver needles when Alina stepped out of the taxi. Her black coat clung to her body, soaked from the storm, while the neon lights of downtown reflected in puddles around her heels. The apartment building looked expensive. Too expensive for someone running away from her past. But she had no choice. Room 407. That was the address written in the message she received 3 nights ago. If you want to disappear, come here. Alina climbed the stairs slowly, heart pounding. Every sound in the hallway felt dangerous. When she reached the 4th floor, she froze. The apartment door was already open. And inside stood a woman, tall, blonde, beautiful. Her white silk shirt hung loosely from one shoulder, revealing smooth skin and a tattoo curling down her collarbone. She looked directly into Alina's eyes. Finally, the woman whispered, "I was starting to think you wouldn't come." Alina swallowed hard. "Who are you?" The woman smiled slowly. "Naomi." The air between them felt electric. Then another voice came from deeper inside the apartment. "You invited her without asking me?" A second woman appeared. This one was completely different, dark hair, sharp eyes, cold expression. She wore gray sweatpants and an oversized black hoodie, but somehow looked even more dangerous than Naomi. Her gaze locked onto Alina. "So this is the girl everyone's searching for." Alina's blood turned cold. "What did you just say?" Silence. Naomi stepped closer, fingers brushing Alina's wet sleeve gently. "Relax," she whispered. "If we wanted to hurt you, we wouldn't have opened the door." And somehow, that answer terrified her even more. The apartment was luxurious. Floor-to-ceiling windows overlooked the city skyline. Soft jazz played quietly from hidden speakers. Everything smelled like vanilla candles and expensive perfume. But Alina couldn't relax. Not with these 2 women watching her. Naomi handed her a towel. "You can shower if you want. I'd rather know why people are looking for me." Scarlett, the dark-haired girl, crossed her arms. "Because your ex-boyfriend stole something valuable." Alina blinked. "What?" "He disappeared." Scarlett continued. "And before he vanished, he transferred millions into an account connected to your name." "That's impossible." Naomi tilted her head. "Is it?" Alina's stomach twisted. Her ex-boyfriend Damien had been acting strangely before disappearing 2 months ago. But millions? No way. "You think I know where he is?" Scarlett walked closer. The tension between them became suffocating. "No," Scarlett said softly. "I think someone else believes you do." Alina suddenly noticed the bruise near Scarlett's neck and another hidden under Naomi's wrist bracelet. These women weren't safe either. The realization changed everything. Then Naomi smiled lazily. "There's only one rule if you stay here." "What rule?" Naomi leaned close enough for Alina to feel her breath. "No secrets." Scarlett laughed quietly from behind them. "That rule won't survive one night." At 2 a.m., Alina couldn't sleep. Thunder shook the windows while city lights flickered outside. She walked quietly toward the kitchen for water, and stopped. Naomi sat on the counter wearing only an oversized shirt, bare legs crossed slowly, wine glass in hand. "You stare a lot," Naomi murmured. Alina looked away instantly. "I wasn't. You were." Naomi smirked. The chemistry between them felt dangerous. Then Scarlett entered the kitchen. Her hair was messy from sleep, and somehow that made her even hotter. She opened the fridge, completely ignoring them. "You're flirting again," Scarlett muttered. Naomi grinned. "You jealous?" Scarlett slammed the fridge shut harder than necessary. "Not interested." But Alina noticed the way Scarlett looked at Naomi, and the way Naomi looked back. This wasn't simple friendship, not even close. Then Naomi suddenly asked, "Have you ever kissed a girl before, Alina?" The room went silent. Alina's cheeks burned. Scarlett slowly looked up, waiting, watching. Alina whispered, "No." Naomi hopped off the counter and walked closer. Very close. "So maybe," Naomi said softly. "Your life is about to become interesting." 3 nights later, Alina discovered the locked room. Scarlett accidentally left a keycard on the kitchen table. Curiosity won. The hidden room was behind a bookshelf. Inside were computer monitors, fake passports, stacks of cash, and photos. Photos of her. Alina's breathing stopped. Pictures from cafes, from grocery stores. Even outside her old apartment, someone had been watching her for months. Then she heard Scarlett's voice behind her. "You weren't supposed to see this." Alina spun around. "What the hell is this?" Scarlett looked genuinely conflicted. Before she could answer, Naomi appeared too. And unlike Scarlett, Naomi didn't look surprised. She looked guilty. "That's enough," Naomi whispered. Alina backed away. "You both lied to me." "No," Scarlett said quietly. We protected you. From who? Scarlett hesitated. Naomi finally answered. From the organization Damien stole from. The room fell silent, then Naomi added, and if they find you first, they'll kill all three of us. The safe house lost power during the storm. Darkness swallowed the apartment. Only candlelight remained. Alina sat on the couch, wrapped in a blanket while thunder shook the building. Naomi sat beside her. Scarlett stood near the window, watching the streets below carefully. You do that often? Alina asked. Do what? Act like someone's coming. Scarlett answered without turning around, because someone usually is. The tension in the room felt unbearable, then lightning flashed. For 1 second, Alina saw fear in Scarlett's eyes. Real fear, not coldness, not attitude. Fear, and suddenly she understood. Scarlett wasn't distant because she didn't care. She was distant because caring was dangerous. Alina stood slowly and walked toward her. Scarlett looked surprised. You should sleep, Scarlett whispered. Instead, Alina touched her hand gently. Scarlett froze instantly. Then Naomi approached behind them. And somehow, instead of jealousy, there was heat, shared tension. 3 women standing inches apart while rain crashed outside. Naomi brushed Alina's hair behind her ear. Scarlett's fingers tightened around Alina's wrist. Nobody moved. Nobody breathed. Then Alina kissed Scarlett first. Soft, slow, electric, Scarlett melted instantly. And Naomi smiled like she'd been waiting for this all along. Everything changed after the kiss. The apartment became filled with tension. Accidental touches lasted too long. Late-night conversations became flirtier. Every glance carried hidden meaning. Alina could feel herself falling for both of them, and that terrified her because Naomi was fire-wild, seductive, addictive, while Scarlett was control, quiet intensity, hidden emotion, dangerous loyalty. And somewhere between them, Alina was losing herself. Then came the night everything exploded. A gunshot shattered the apartment window. Glass flew everywhere. Scarlett instantly grabbed Alina and pulled her to the floor. Naomi reached for a hidden pistol beneath the couch. Move! Scarlett shouted. More gunshots, someone had found them. And suddenly the game became deadly. They escaped through underground parking tunnels beneath the city. Rain soaked them again while sirens echoed in the distance. Inside the stolen car, silence filled the air, then Scarlett finally snapped. You told them where we were. Naomi looked furious. I didn't. You disappeared for 2 hours. I was trying to protect you. By lying again? Alina stared between them. What's happening? Scarlett gripped the steering wheel tightly, then she revealed the truth. Naomi used to work for the organization. Silence. Alina slowly turned toward Naomi. Naomi's eyes filled with guilt. I left them, she whispered, but not before helping them ruin people's lives. Alina's heart shattered. How much of this was real? Naomi looked directly at her, all of it. And for the first time since meeting her, Naomi looked completely broken. The final safe house was a cabin hidden near the mountains. No city lights, no noise. Only rain, pine trees, and silence, for the first time in weeks. They were alone, no running, no hiding. Just feelings none of them could control anymore. That night, Scarlett finally admitted the truth. I love both of you. Naomi looked shocked. Alina's chest tightened. Scarlett laughed nervously. Yeah, terrible timing. But Naomi walked closer slowly, then rested her forehead against Scarlett's. You idiot, Naomi whispered. We already knew. Alina smiled through tears, and in that quiet cabin. For one perfect moment, nobody was afraid anymore. 6 months later, the city believed all 3 women disappeared. The organization collapsed after secret files were leaked anonymously online. Nobody ever discovered who exposed them. Now the 3 women lived near the ocean under new identities. Peaceful mornings, shared coffee, late-night laughter, and a love nobody expected to survive. One evening, Alina stood barefoot on the balcony, watching sunset colors bleed across the sky. Scarlett wrapped her arms around her waist from behind. Naomi joined them seconds later, 3 hearts, 3 broken pasts, one impossible love story. And despite everything, they stayed.